Hello, and welcome to Lesson 5, Intentional Teaching as a Process. This lesson will explore how to use the intentional teaching framework to support ongoing process of intentional teaching and learning. We'll also explore how the intentional teaching framework can be used to improve professional development, as well as for designing and implementing meaningful interactions that promote social and emotional learning. This week for assignments, we have the Yellow Day conversation with a focus on social emotional learning and development. And we have the summary of the lesson 4 intentional teaching plan, your core feedback, your self-feedback, and any feedback you received from your instructor. The readings this week, we have chapter 4 in Epstein's textbook, Social Emotional Learning in the course textbook. Viewing this week, we do have some resources here from the Virtual Lab School website. I'm highlighting a few tracks here on promoting a sense of self in preschool children. That's this track, and then there's the infant toddler self and cultural understanding. So I encourage you to review those this week. And then the presentation is the focus on intentional teaching as a process. I have the transcript here for you as well, and the video, of course, in the presentation there. So the Yellow Day conversation this week is centered around social emotional learning. We want to think about how you might, how the intentional teaching framework can support you in developing social emotional learning opportunities in the classroom or solve problems related to social emotional learning. I also want you to highlight some resources that might help you to improve in this area of professional development. We describe the resource and why you chose it for your professional development. So think about this as a way for you to share in your professional community, community of reflection and practice within the Yellow Dig Engage, to share some resources about social emotional learning and development. Then, of course, I want you to respond and comment to at least 2 peers and provide additional ideas and thoughts. Some more information here. So after you review the week's lesson material, when you're ready to post, click the Yellow Dig link, and these are the prompts. How might the intentional teaching framework support you in developing social emotional learning opportunities in the classroom or solve problems related to social emotional development and learning? What resources can you find that might help you improve in this area of professional development? Places like 0 to 3, NAUIC, the Virtual Lab School, or other professional development opportunities, state-specific, national, or online. Include a link to this resource you are going to use to promote your professional knowledge to share with your peers and describe the resource and why you chose it. When you're ready, go ahead and click on the Yellow Dig Engage button, and it'll take you to our Yellow Dig Engage page. Then we want you to go back and watch your instructional video and review your lesson plan. And want you to think about, what was your goal with the intentional teaching plan? Do you feel like you accomplished this goal within your lesson plan and teacher-child interaction? How do you know? I want you to highlight an area of strength and an opportunity for improvement. Watch your video back and reflect on what you noticed the children doing and saying in this video. Focus on what teaching and learning strategies related to the domain and skills, understanding, or needs for the support they are demonstrating. Provide reflective feedback on your practice. I want you to identify specific strategies that went well and explain why you think it was effective per the goal of your plan. And identify a strategy or an interaction that could have been improved. And then what ideas or questions did your peer ask you about your intentional teaching plan and video, and how might that support your continued improved practice? So really, this is an important aspect of the intentional teaching framework. We don't only have to know and see, do, plan, and implement instructional strategies in the classroom. We have to take time to reflect on our practice. This is why we use video in this course, so that you have an opportunity to videotape yourself in your professional practice and support your reflection on practice, right? So reflecting on your strategies and how you can continue to grow as a professional within early care and education settings. I do expect that you're writing this in an APA formatted assignment, so this is a written assignment. Please use the rubric and submit the reflection as a Word document by day 7. I have the template here for you. If you use the template, I always recommend that you download it right away to your desktop as a Word document. That way you can format it as you wish, and then when you upload it, there shouldn't be as many formatting issues. If you do write the assignment in the Google Doc or in the on the Google Drive, you may need to do some reformatting once you download it to your desktop. So the reason I use this template in Google is because then it allows you to make copies of the document. The rubric is linked in. Again, the reflective writing assignment gives you opportunity to reflect on your understanding of the intentional teaching process with an eye on social studies. I have to change that here. Summarize your reflection, input from peers and instructor to aid in your understanding, and build a stronger connection between learning experiences, develop your critical thinking skills, and improve on future performance through analysis of your learning process. So again, read and reflect on your feedback, summarize your feedback in writing, and then make sure you're following the APA guidelines as far as developing your assignment. Okay? So there's the rubric for you. And again, this is about your assignment, the coaching companion focusing on social studies. So we want you to have the opportunity to reflect back now on your video, your instruction, feedback you've received, and sort of your ongoing professional development and growth, thinking about the intentional teaching framework as your guide. So that is the assignments for this week. Next week we'll go on to lesson 6, but if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me. I'm here to support your success in this course, and your success is important to me. I hope it's a great week.